live and we are recording, and my desktop audio is no longer muted. I don't know why it was muted in the first place. We are live, and I gotta change my voice, change my accent. So good luck with all that, guys. Hello, welcome, my friends. Welcome, welcome. I am Olaf Krieg, host of this evening's production of the Triple Press. Do not be alarmed if you are expecting a Krieg Dominion sort of thing. Everything is fine, everything is good. I am Olaf, your host for this evening. You are in the right place, regardless of what your senses tell you, I promise. Tonight, we return to the Grayland Trios League with this, the opener of the late 3022 season. Previously, earlier this year, League officials and the Solaris Gaming Commission, working with Comstar, conducted an extensive 4-week simulation playing through an abbreviated test season of what this league might look like if there were teams physically on planet and able to compete. We can now safely say that this league and its concepts are fully tested and vetted, all systems nominal. And now I am joined by a few of the general managers or coaches of those teams. I am joined by them here in the Triple Press, and they will be riding shotgun with me through this broadcast as our 8 teams compete this evening, offering their commentary and analyses on the events as they unfold. How exciting and how wonderful it is, and how wonderful it must be for you, the spectator, to have such coverage. Amazing, these technological times we live in, eh? Speaking of my fellow coaches, let's first get to know our returning champion, the Countess, Skylar Hopkins Davion, I believe an owner of the Davion Golden Suns, and not just a general manager or team coach, eh?
Yes, quite right. It's good to be back. As you've mentioned, we've already concluded our test season, and as expected, the Davians have come out on top. It's our we do tend to rise to the occasion, and it. I'm expecting no less this season. We have a strong team, strong foundation that we've started on, and I expect great things from our team.
Excellent. And of course, you also got 2 free mechs. Well, they weren't free. You did earn them for both winning the simulated Trinity Cup and for your participation in the playtest, as it were.
Yes, certainly gives us more options for fielding teams, and we'll see how that will play out over the season.
Indeed. And we also have, I'm sorry, my notes only say Luke. They didn't even give me a full name. But hey, at least you can introduce yourself properly. You are the general manager, I believe, for the Canopian Honeybees, who effectively they bought out the Canopian Travelers before the team could even fully form, if I'm not mistaken. And now the Honeybees are here on Solaris and not the Travelers. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Luca Labrator, and I'll be managing the Canopian Honeybees. We have beaten out the Travelers for the sake of competing in this particular tournament, for the sake that the MAF says our nation and our faction is strong and welcome to visitors.
Indeed, indeed. Welcome. I'm being told that I was supposed to be joined by one Darius Matamori, representing the Luthien Dragonborn, but apparently, I'm guessing he's stuck in traffic or something. I don't know. But let's continue. Our first match features the newly arrived Honeybees taking on the Davion Golden Suns. Uh, Anyone care to weigh in on how this match might go or who might win? Remember, the cameras are rolling. This is a family show, but otherwise you could say whatever you like. It's not like we live in some sort of military meritocracy government or anything.
No, that would be awful.
Well, I'll just say that as I expect, the Davians, will rise to the occasion here. And although the Canopy team, as you mentioned, found some measure of success from the simulation season, I think there is a certain advantage that can be leveraged by the Davian team from experience and just our indomitable
Indomitable will. Yes, that's definitely one way to put it on a team that seems to favor autocannons. I digress. I'm just trying to be funny. Welcome, my friends. We are here, of course, to have a lot of fun, and sometimes we will talk some. I believe you folks call it smack amongst the different coaches. Our second match this evening features the Luthien Dragonborn, and they will be hosting the Outworld Alliance's Ramoran opposition. Would anybody care to wager any guesses or thoughts? I was hoping that young Matamori would be here, but unfortunately, as I mentioned, he seems to be stuck in traffic still.
Well, I am truly not surprised that the Kuriku representative is not here. They are always late to any occasion, whether it is diplomatic occasion or a brawl perhaps, or even just late to the battlefield. That is par for the course with them.
Yes, I believe there's been many a time that, well, let's just call a spade a spade. There is no love lost between the Draconis Combine and the Davion Federated Sons. Mr. Labrator, I hope I'm saying that right. Any
We,
thoughts? Any thoughts on this particular match tonight?
well, I'm hoping to meet the gambit properly in this particular match. I have selected some of my better pilots, and we will be fielding properly in the next couple of moments. And hopefully, I have the faith in them to do what they need to do.
Fine words, fine words. And any thoughts on the Dragonborn opposition match?
The Dragonborn opposition match I haven't actually seen in the simulations.
No, these two teams. If it were any other sport in any other league, they might call them expansion teams. But such is not the case. We started with 8 teams prior to the simulation, but unfortunately, as in your case, the Honeybees ended up beating out the Travelers in order to take on that contract. I believe is how that worked out. But yes, the Dragonborn and the opposition, they did not take place or participate rather in the simulation phase. Something to do with financial concerns, and I don't know. Listen. I'm just a show broadcaster host kind of guy. I don't have all the
Well,
answers.
as I sip my coffee, I have to say that with my interactions with Matsamura,
Matamuri,
he
but
seemed
close enough.
Matsamuri. He is he is very confident in his abilities, except for being on
Yes,
time.
yes. For the viewers at home who don't know, I also sometimes moonlight as a bartender at the Triple Canopy Club. I've had the fine opportunity to interact with some of these team owners and managers and coaches, and sometimes even some of the pilots themselves. Not too often, but on some occasion. My next question is referring to the Capellan Confederation's representative, the Science Spirits, and they'll be taking on the Merrick Industrialists. This could be an interesting match, I think. The Merricks last season, obviously, this was a simulated phase, and you say what you want about what the computer says versus what actually happens on the battlefield. But the Merricks had a very, very dominating season last time around, and they're going against a team that nobody really knows a whole lot about. Which is also, ironically, kind of in line with the Capellan Federation's ideas of secrecy. Anybody care to weigh in on that one?
I have no comment, unfortunately.
Well, since the Davians had participated in the simulation season, I will say that the Merrics performed above expectations. We did lose a single match to them, and I do have to give credit where credit is due. They have some excellent marksmen on their team, but as we saw in the finale, they did come up just short of the excellence by the Golden Suns team. So I think they should certainly be ones to watch, but maybe not wager too heavily in their favor.
Yes, of
I do have a
course.
question.
Please,
With
Mr.
their
Dumbledore.
industrialists, do they use industrial mechs?
They do not. That's funny. My understanding that the team was formed by a collection of what is the labor unions and lobbyists, things of that nature. And for whatever reason, they chose the term industrialist as their mascot, perhaps to represent the hardworking blue collar side of things. That's
So no
merely a
chainsaw
guess.
next.
No, but I'm sorry. I was broke. I'm breaking character now. Because as soon as you said chainsaw, I'm just like, that would be some shit to see on the field. Oh.
Chandler is going to take a sip of her. She probably has a glass of wine or something while she's
Oh
sipping her
yes.
food. While getting ready to watch the match. And she says, "No, no, I'm afraid they're not industrial mechs, but they are probably not far away from the scrapyard. They probably did originate there, and they will probably go back there as well.
Mm,
Such is the life."
yes, it's a good thing that the Maverick team's coach, general manager, what have you, isn't here. I'm sure he would have some plenty fine words to answer that statement with. I digress. Our final match this evening will be the Lyran Debutants hosting the Torian Nationals. Now, during the simulation, and again, I want to point out, simulation supposed to closely represent what can actually happen on the battlefield. However, during this simulation, the Nationalists lost two matches right out the gate, including the losses and or selling of 5 of their 6 mechs, uh, forcing them to forfeit by the time week 3 rolled around. What is the wager on a repeat this time around? Once things go live with live mechs, live pilots, and live ammunition. And the crowd goes quiet.
So this is live ammunition? Confused look.
Yes, this is
Why,
indeed.
why would it be anything else?
Remember, this is we're bringing you the finest in combat sports entertainment. I want to stress the one word in particular: combat. Live
Yes.
ammunition. Live ammunition.
Yes, and things happen, with live ammunition, and certainly, the fans love a good ammo explosion. But
Yes, I'm told some of the odds increase for various team potential when there is a dead mech caused by ammunition explosions and melee kills. I hear.
yes,
Totally not breaking the fourth wall there.
No.
All right. Any final thoughts, my friends, before we take the field? It looks like the Golden Suns are starting to come out of the entryway now.
it should be a good match, and we'll see how this shapes up for how the teams will continue to evolve in the rest of the tournament, rest of the championship. You certainly can't win the championship in the opening match, but depending on your luck, shall we say, you could certainly lose your chance at a championship in the first match.
Well, I wish you bonne chance.
Mm. Indeed, bon chance, as they say. I would like to say that you're. I think you're right. I think you're right. You can't win the championship in the first round, but you definitely lay the foundation or the lag therein. So this first week may not necessarily be the most important of any of
Just
the
ask
weeks.
Victorians.
This time that's me laughing again because I know exactly what happened to those bastards last
And
time.
that was, a blow that was landed by the Golden Suns, I might say.
Yes, the Golden Suns and then the American Industrialists capitalizing. And there's a pun in there if one looks hard enough. Capitalizing on previous fortunes. That said, let's take it to the field and let's get into some action. All right, I'm going to load up unit list, and historically, this is when we lose full hammer for a moment. So let's see what happens this time around.
Yeah. For some reason, when the units load in, it seems like every time I get
I was talking to Darius. That may have something to do with the version that we're running here. I don't know how true or what have you, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Golden Suns and Honeybees loading up. Fohammer appears to still be here, so I'm going to divvy these up. Let's see. Fohammer gets those, and these 3 go to the Honeybees. I'm going to set up. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, we lost the honeybees.
Yep, we lost Luke.
They've gone back to Canopus.
I'm still there. Do you want me to rejoin?
Yes, please, because it
Rejoining, yeah.
appears you. Yeah, it even says on here that you disconnected.
Yeah, I see disconnected from server now. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then
I
there's
see
Fohammer's
stuff.
team. We don't see you though.
I logged in as I can see everything right now.
Yeah, I see. That's weird. I see you in the bottom left, but up where it has the players and your team and that stuff,
You
I
have to
don't
kick
see.
my player.
Is that what I need to do?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm not sure what the command for that is, so let me see. Kick failed. Type of slash list.
Because if I exit again, I'm gonna exit.
Kick failed. Type slash list for ID numbers. So what am I supposed to kick? Okay, kick. Honeybee. Yeah, that's weird. With ID numbers, it's not letting me.
No, the honeybees should be there twice.
They are, but yet they're not showing up. Foe, do you see them in the player section?
Nope, I just see me and you.
Yeah, same. Okay. We're gonna take a brief technical break, and I'm gonna see about fixing this. I'm gonna close Megamech and restart it.
All right.
And see if that helps. That has. Whoops, I did not want to save. That has helped resolve the problem once or twice before. So give me just a second, guys.
Sure.
The version we're using may not be super stable.
It's
stable version.
Yeah, it's one of those known bug type deals.
Okay.
Also, I didn't mute the stream or anything. I just threw the BRB screen up.
That's okay.
Just as a FYI. Go ahead and reconnect at your leisure.
Polite.
Yep.
We're staying polite.
Yeah. I see Fohammer. I see Honeybees. I'm gonna load the unit list.
We don't have to be polite though. I'm just picturing in canon that the honeybees are having problems with that net.
Yeah, they're
like somebody's.
Hello.
There he is.
Still has the wrapper. Okay.
There's Darius.
Hey, Darius.
My apologies for being late.
Yep, it will be taken out of your team's winnings this week. I'm totally joking, of course. Change owner Fohammer, and then change owner Honeybees. Okay, everybody's still here?
Yep.
Anybody having connectivity problems at this point? Okay, all right, let's go ahead.
Version.
48 something or other. All right.
Damn it.
Yep, and the stream is back up. I've taken it back to the live screen. I'm going to finish setting this up. Did not want to view game board. Size is 21 by 21. Generated. Verify game options real fast. Even though it should still be there the same. Okay, all right, everything should be set. I need you to, the two of you, go ahead and roll 2d. Oh, you know what we forgot to do is sponsorships. Since I have Darius, but he's not yet connected to the match, which is fine.
What is the
Oh, the IP in that is pinned. It's the same one you connected to me on the other day, and no password or anything.
Alright, so it's pinned under
It should be GTL General. Sponsorships are much. Oh, they're right there. Okay. Okay. So for here, we'll do it like this. Fohammer. I need you to roll 2d6. This first roll will determine sponsorship availability. You rolled a 9, and that means you have sponsorships available. Go ahead and roll another 3d6. And this will determine what your starting sponsorship is. You rolled
roll a dice in
Seven.
Medevac.
I'll answer that question.
/roll.
There you go.
and then
+2.
whatever the-
Ooh. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Your sponsorship, you got a +2 wealth per win each week. So that's not a bad starting point. And then Honeybees, or Luke, if you could roll 2d6 for me real quick, this will determine whether or not there are sponsorships available in general for you.
/ roll.
Yeah, and then space, and then
Space,
2d6.
and then 2d6.
Wow.
Wow, jeez.
Nice, dude. Nice. 12, that gives you a +1 on the following roll. So you roll 3d6 +1. And you can actually type it just like that. Or you should be able to.
That's 26 +1. Air passing.
Yeah, it won't do the +1, so I'll just have to manually add that myself.
Alright,
Just 3d6 then.
3d6.
6 +1 is 7, so you'll end up with the same +2 wealth per win per week. And Darius, if you would determine what kind of sponsorship the Dragonborn have, roll 2d6 for me in the server, or excuse me, in the Megamech check. Darius. Oh, there we go. Okay, 7. That gives you some sponsorships are available, but negotiations are taking longer than expected. -1 on the 3d6 roll, please. For a 6 -1, which is 5, you receive a +1 to training roll. So anytime you choose training as your midweek event for this season, you will have a +1 to each of those rolls.
Okay.
And then I will do the industrialist. My first roll is a 2d6. Oops, might help if I actually click on the thing there. Okay. I'm glad I remembered this. This would have been a bit of a pain. Ooh, got a 9. 9 is sponsorships available. So roll 3d6. And I rolled a 10. 10 is +1 to gather intel. Well, I'm the GM. It's not going to do me any goddamn good. I already know what you guys are fielding. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Yep, so basically that's kind of a useless sponsorship for the fucking industrialists. Okay, you guys are welcome for that advantage you're gonna have, and I'll do the rest of the NPCs as they come up, I suppose. Okay, all players, please click on done so we can get this started. Oh nope. Yeah, map's loaded, but I forgot to have you guys choose sides. So now what I need you guys to do, we'll just do 1d6 for Foehammer, 1d6 for Honeybees. The higher number gets to choose their starting side, and then the opponent will choose the opposite side. Nicely done, Foehammer. Foehammer rolled a 6 on 1d6, by the way, for the viewers at home.
Say that my luck in this game is much
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right, Foehammer, choose your side, and then Luke, you'll take the opposite side or corner if you like.
Can I change the camo?
You should be able to, yeah.
Okay.
I will say, when you select the camo you want, let me know what it is, and I will go into Megamech and change it to the preferred pattern that you want.
Okay.
Or excuse me, not Megamech, Mech HQ. Because right now I'm getting the red X on white for some reason, which means we don't necessarily have the same. Yeah, we don't have the same camo pattern images, but that's fine. Let me know which one it is, and I'll change it in Mech HQ off screen.
Okay.
Because I have what it is I have each mech individually assigned that camouflage, because that way when you export it in a mole, it carries that information with it.
Oh, that's how you do that. Okay.
Yes.
I'm actually uploading in general the camo that I made.
Oh, okay. That explains why I can't see it. That works.
Yeah.
That's fine. Still need your stinger, and then Foehammer chose north, so I need you to choose south, and then I need everybody to click done.
Yeah.
By the way, Fo, you can choose corners if you would rather corners versus sides. It's just a matter of choice for you.
Yeah.
Data, images, camo, periphery, Nopus, other units.
That sounds like somebody is working his way through the the window tree.
Yeah.
Sounds exactly what it sounds like in my head as I'm working my way through trying to figure out where I left a file. Oh, I guess I can click on done. Darius, need you to click on done, please.
Of course, it's a honeycomb.
Yeah.
that's,
thought it was
that's hilarious. I
super-
wish I could see that, but I don't want to pull up my Discord because of how I have the stream capture window set up. It's going to capture whatever's on this screen. So, and then choose south and click done once you are ready, please.
Okay. Honeybees, change start, south.
Correct. If I said north, because now I feel like maybe I did. I don't know.
No.
All right, everyone click done
I'm
because
sure.
everyone click done because when he uploaded that last camel change, it undone us. I'm not sure if that's really a word.
Undid
Darius.
us.
Yeah, undid. There you go. I don't know. I feel like undone is better in this case.
Yeah.
Darius, done, please.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it. We were just talking about this stupid ass word I came up with, which was undone. All right, individual initiative for the viewers at home, in case you didn't know, which basically turns this 3-on-3 match into an initiative setup similar to Dungeons and Dragons and other games of that sort. Each player will have 2 minutes with which to execute whatever they're going to do with their individual piece. They can only use that one piece at that piece's time. And we're going to be in spectate mode, which is fine because I'll be over here marking off which mechs are blown up and which ones are not.
We can't see our deploys, is what I understand, right?
I see both, but I'm also the host, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But you guys will deploy at the same time, so it's not like you have to wait for him to finish his deployment. And I'm not gonna comment too much about that just yet because, reasons. I will say that the Golden Suns do have a significant advantage, roughly 1100, almost to the dot, in fact, in battle value. But as we all know, us experienced players, sometimes battle value is not the best or most accurate measurement of which team is better. However, it is a fairly decent one.
And they have a height advantage.
Yes. Actually, yeah, because you are coming from the low ground, working your way up the whole freaking way. That's not good.
Wood coverage.
You do. You do. So this will be an interesting fight. And, well, 2 of your mechs, I believe, have jump. I don't think the Centurion does. The Treb does. Or no, you know what?
Does, yes.
Yeah, the Stinger does. That's right. All right, so this will be a... Let me back this off just a touch so the viewers can at least see most of the screen. And while you guys are doing that, I forgot to do something else. So we are facing the Honeybees. Are the away team? Yes. Honeybees are away, and then the Golden Suns are the home team. And I need my...
Hunchback and a Marauder.
Where's my...
Oh, there
it is.
Force.
Yeah, yep, that it is. Good luck. And that eats up quite a bit of the screen, unfortunately. So, I'm gonna have to fix that next week because there's a whole chunk of side stuff over here. So, if you're watching the stream, you'll notice that the graphics have changed a little bit. It should show which teams are playing which, but it does eat up quite a bit of the screen. I will be fixing that between week 1 and week 2. It was an idea. I wanted to explore it. I don't think it was a bad idea, just not well executed. And I'm not going to try to fix elements on the stream midstream. That seems a little much. What'd be really cool is if I could move this map sideways instead of up and down. Oh, we got some shots being fired. That's a good thing.
I'll
Maybe.
see a pop shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna announce those hit numbers because foe can't see them. But there is definitely some return fire going on. I can also say that. Oof. That's gonna sting. That's a pun. That's a pun.
Oh.
Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut.
Well, I already finished my declarations with
Excuse
that,
me.
so he can do what he needs.
Yep. And the fire phase is also simultaneous, so as you guys are able to do that, you like again, you're not waiting for your opponent to finish.
But I don't see his arrows, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so you can't see his arrows. Excuse me 1 second. Yeah, you can't see what his actual attacks are, and he can't see yours.
Okay.
Oh man, I got something stuck in my throat or something here. Holy shit. Okay. Of course, you'll see it on the on the readout.
Yeah. Accident. It's not a big deal. I accidentally clicked on something that I didn't want to fire and told it to fire. Not a big
Well,
deal though. But
we could chalk it up to an inexperienced or a scared pilot.
yeah, I just technically I don't think there's a way to undo that once you've selected it.
Not once you
Backspace.
or you can sometimes hit next unit or a torso twist will clear that.
Oh, yep, backspace. Yep, there you go.
Backspace I did
Okay.
not know about. I don't think I actually knew that one. All right. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That stinger is fucked right off the bat. That
Oh
puts
my
this
God.
that leg loss actually kicks him all the way up to crippled.
Yep.
Oh
That
my.
was a shot.
And it only
That's
took a
what was
10-point shot to do it. Holy shit. Let's see. And the stinger is down, obviously. And the pilot takes a hit. Susanti bashing their head around a bit inside the cockpit.
What's interesting is that is the only.
That's the only shot that hit.
Actually, no. The AC5 on the Marauder also hit center torso.
Oh, it did. Oh my. Oh my. That stinger's got one armor left on the CT.
Yeah.
Not
Alright.
doing well.
No.
Okay.
I mean, the stinger was not meant to eat a PPC shot. That PPC, or excuse me, that Marauder is at 7 heat. I don't know if there's a way for you to capitalize on that.
Well, it does.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to.
Completely out of character.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what your movement was, but I saw that the Marauder had 9s on both PPCs and the AC5. So, I mean, it was on the higher end. It wasn't like like super easy shots, but I'm like,
No, but you're. I was reading the unit list, and it seems like your Marauder's pilot is actually improved.
yeah, they're a 3-4, I think. But the Stinger has a 2-3, I believe, doesn't it? Pilot.
No.
I thought.
That might be a little bit better like that. All right, all participants click on done when you're done, please. So I can.
Yeah.
Not trying to rush
Considering.
specifically. I'm just making sure we keep moving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks a lot better like that.
Well,
In my simulations, the Stinger was doing a lot better. That was a lucky shot.
It is, and lucky or not, I mean, it's a stinger. It's a light mag. Its legs are brittle, and that was a PPC shot. That was 10 points of damage. There was not much you could do about that.
No.
The only thing you could have
No, there
done,
wasn't.
the only thing you could have done was keep your stinger out of sight a little bit better. But you know,
Yeah,
it just
Luthien
happens.
didn't give that much of a sight difference.
Nope, that is unfortunate. They have the Obi-Wan factor right now. They have the high ground.
Yep. Let's see.
I said I wasn't
no
gonna.
way that staying. Yeah. And.
I will remind you, Luke, you do have the option of ejecting your Stinger pilot as a surrender.
That's what I'm
If
planning
you
on
if
doing
yeah
as
if
soon
you
as I
do it
have the go ahead.
yeah if you do it voluntarily, it leaves your Stinger and your pilot in their current state versus whatever Megamech may say versus whatever may happen after the round. It will count, of course, as a kill credit for the Marauder, but sometimes we give things up for safety. That didn't sound
Well,
right. That's not what the exact message I wanted to bring either, but I think you get the
well,
idea.
one point to the Marauder is not a terrible thing.
No.
The Gambit was the field low at first.
Yeah. Yep. And unfortunately, it looks like you are on the low end of the weight scale.
Absolutely. All right. Where the hell is the eject button? There's the eject button. I'm
Yep.
abandoning this unit.
All right.
Landing in. It should be fine.
Yeah. So basically we're using the eject function in the game as though you were firing off like surrender flares, which is the normal process on Solaris.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, like when your pilot lands and then drowns or freezes to death or some dumb shit like that, it doesn't count. Your pilot's fine. It goes by what I have marked on the paper. The Stinger is defeated. The Marauder gets a kill. Marauder pilot STG3R kill. So that's another one. And there you go. Honestly, it was probably the smart move to make, as much as it may have been painful to the player. And now that we have that over there, let me put this map here. There. I don't know. For the viewers at home looking at the stream, I hope this is a better presentation visually than it was previously. I'm going to have to tweak it a little bit off screen, but... Wow. Jesus. Susante blacked out 3 times there. I don't know why. Oh, one of those was because Edge was used to re-roll something. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good thing we're not taking into account.
As if they had actually ejected on the. Yeah, that would have been bad. And I didn't even look at the initiative screen, so I don't. Oh no, we're not even in movement phase. We're in shooting phase.
Yeah, we're shooting.
So now it's a matter of you guys figuring out what your best options are. And me keeping my mouth shut about what I see so that I don't inadvertently influence the match more than.
Precisely.
Yeah. Wow, that's weird that the Stinger came back to life and now he's sitting directly behind. I'm just fucking around. Directly behind the Marauder.
Yeah, just a big old jump. I mean, it does have like a 9 jump, so it's not a.
Jesus. 9? Jumping on a Stinger 3R? Hold on, that doesn't sound right.
Maybe a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's most mechs throughout the game usually have the same jump movement as they do walking. Most, not all. I can think of 2 clan mechs that have a 7 jump when they only walk 3. Darius, excuse me.
What?
Yep, I was referencing our match the other night. When you had your clan mechs that could jump 7. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's about as good as estimate.
Okay, let's see what kind of damages we get.
Partial wing is a very nice thing.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Centurion takes some damage. So Centurion is at light damage. What else do we got?
Actually, if you notice, that was a head hit on E5.
It was a head hit. It became a CT hit. You're welcome for me including Edge.
Yeah. I mean, it re-rolled it to a center torso hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. I mean, it's just that there's more armor on the center torso. That's the only difference.
But otherwise, that was just a
bunch of
whiffs.
a whole
Same
bunch.
thing as, like the last round, the Marauder was the only one that
Yep. And your
Yeah,
Marauder,
Marauders.
your Marauder, is that your veteran pilot?
Yeah.
All right, we got some decent health. Jesus, decent heat. Everything is being well managed. And now we see, once everybody clicks done, initiative order: Hunchback, Centurion, Shadowhawk, Trebuchet,
This
and the
Hunchback is
Marauder.
terrible on initiative.
Yeah, but
He
that
moves first, like each round, I think.
that Marauder being the last piece to move, that is not good.
Devastating.
That's not good for the Canopian team here.
And I haven't even gotten this Hunchback into play yet. I just.
Oh God, yeah. Once it is, fuck. I know how dangerous that fucking thing is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4P.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh god.
yeah. It's just it's basically as bad as the 4G, except for the fact that it's a whole mess of lasers hitting several areas, versus one AC-20 slug that may or may not hit, but when it does, you'd rather be hit by a Mack truck.
Hmm. There's no sense in being close to that thing. Is the point?
That's a solid strategy if you've got some long range. Reach out and touch you.
Yeah.
There you go. What kind of distance are we looking at here? Since I can see all of that, you guys
Enough.
get a 9 hex distance there.
It's enough to meet at least a medium.
Yep. So his medium lasers would hit you probably on 10 to 12, depending on specific movement modifiers that I'm not looking at right now.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the woods between us too.
Yes. That's Shadowhawk. That's a nasty one.
Which one is that? The 2D?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
this is
It's
SRM variant.
Yep, 2 SRM2s and a couple of lasers. It's the Crit Seeker Finder.
Yeah.
He's had some decent luck with us in the simulation phase.
Yeah, target rich environment for you.
Yep. And now just waiting
Two
for
Just
waiting for that Marauder to reposition for some good PPC AC5 fuck yous.
Yeah. God, that heat sink though for the Marauder.
Yeah, it's not common for inner sphere mechs in this era to have good heat management. And when you find one that has it, you're not gonna want to get rid of it, and you don't want to get it banged up too much.
Mm-hmm.
The Stalker's got a good heat management. The Marauder is not bad. The Awesome has a fairly decent one if you can protect it, and you're patient with your shots.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few others that are pretty good that I can't think of off the top of my head, but those are the ones I can think of almost immediately. The Hunchback 4P, ironically, is also one. If you're careful, you can, but you're gonna hear that call of no, there's more lasers, fire them all. You're gonna hear that voice in your head a lot.
To be fair, I had 6 mechs to choose from, and I think that I still stand with the best choices at this moment.
You definitely could have made other choices, but no, with the choices you made, it wasn't a bad choice. I'll say that.
No, it's the Stinger. Stinger was expendable from the start.
Yes.
Yes. Now, if I had fielded a heavy, against the Marauder in this particular instance, you have insight knowledge on that. I don't think that I would have been able to edge out on that, and that would have been more repair costs.
Well, you could have still fielded your 2 mediums there along with that heavy. I don't recall what heavy you have. I don't know if it would have been. Oh, I think I know which heavy you have now that I think about it. This could have been an interesting fight, actually. Because I do.
But with my lack of skirmishers and strikers,
yeah,
it's just a bit of a hard fight.
Yes, it would have been strange. It would have probably been a good show to see your heavy mech go long range toe to toe with that Marauder.
It could have been, yes.
If it's the one I'm thinking it is.
Mm-hmm. Can I please get to the weapon that I need? There we go.
right, there we go. We got some fires going on now. And by fires, I mean things being shot.
Although fire rules are on though, right?
I think I have checking for accidental fires off, but I may have to change. I've been meaning to go through the options and get a little bit more.
It was in the first season.
I thought it was, yeah, but I don't recall seeing those rolls on misses right now, so I may have skipped something or forgotten something or something.
Okay, so
All right.
fire screen.
Trebuchet, light damage.
Mm-hmm.
Trebuchet takes more damage. Shadowhawk. Oh, no. You fired at the Shadowhawk and then switch targets. Marauder, light damage. That's Centurion putting in some work.
Yeah.
The Trebuchet putting in some work. And the Trebuchet has to make a PSR, but that's no big deal because he passes just fine with a 7 on a 6.
Yeah, that Trebuchet took 2 hits to the center torso that round. One with a PPC and the other with the AC5.
That's 15
Yeah, not
points. That's no
ideal.
big. 15 points? Pfft, you'll be fine.
But if you notice, that Marauder is running hot now because I fired both PPCs.
Yes, it is. Holy cow.
Yeah.
10 heat.
Yeah.
I believe, what is it, 14 for the first shutdown check? But I believe there's one earlier than that for ammo. I could be wrong. I don't have the heat scale memorized.
Oh boy, that Marauder going last again.
Oof.
Wow.
Oof.
But I'm beating out on the Shadowhawk and Hunchback.
That actually isn't so bad for the Canopians because the Marauder is almost, I don't want to say out of touch or out disconnected from the fight, but the main fight, the two mediums beating on each other, the Canopians have the advantage at the moment. And what's better for the Canopians is that Hunchback 4P is out a ways. Yeah, he's still got some ground to cover, and with his 4-6, an elevation change and some woods, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes to try to get a good shot.
It's kind of interesting because, I mean, earlier in the match, I moved him down that line.
Uh-huh.
I saw the Stinger going that way.
Oh, yeah.
The Stinger got taken out, so now he's just kind of like...
He's like, shit, what do I do now?
Yeah, he's like out of the fight now.
Yep.
Let's see.
I get a round of lighter fire from the Marauder. That's the important part at this point.
Yeah.
Lighter, not quite out.
Yeah, and the trick now for you is to try to position yourself in a way that you can get some either movement modifiers or at least some sort of cover from the woods or a combination therein. Because I think you could just focus. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to play the game, of course,
No.
but you could definitely focus down that Shadowhawk before the Hunchback gets in there, and as long as you can weather some fire from that Marauder, you might be able to turn the odds a little bit in your favor in the next round or two.
I have some terrain advantages that I'm hoping to exploit.
Yeah. What round is this? It's 4, 5?
Like 3.
Oh my, yeah, round 3. Holy shit.
Yeah, it went down fast.
All right, yeah, you basically did a full run there.
Yeah.
You can. Oh yeah, you're in a good position to whip the shit out of that Shadowhawk if you're smart. I don't mean, and again, I'm not telling you how to play it. I'm not trying to insinuate anything.
The issue I see is that he is forcing me to show my back to the Marauder at this point. If I do the dumb move.
No, there's ways around that. Build up some movement modifiers and put yourself in a good spot to slap that Shadowhawk around a bit. I just want to see Darius get beat, and I want to see Foehammer get beat. Darius because of history.
And just remember that Marauder is hot now. I'm not.
You can't move it very far.
I won't.
You can't move it very
No.
far though. You got like a 2-3 on it right now.
TPCs, it's putting me in shutdown range.
Yep. Also, I'm just talking shit. I don't mean anything insulting between my players. I just like talking trash. Darius and I have a long history. Well, I don't know about long history, but the history does go back a couple years, so I guess technically that's a long history.
Hey, you beat me the other day.
I did. I did. I'm still trying to. Well, I'm still counting my blessings on that one. I'll put it that way. Because after we played that one match where he had the 2 clan mechs jumping 7 hexes every turn, we decided to do a little one-on-one, and I don't know if I got him. I don't know if I necessarily got lucky, but I definitely managed to get in a good position and be able to capitalize on it, and that's how I won. So.
Yep. I lost initiative one too many times.
Pretty much that, and I think you lost a. Oh, you took like a hip shot or something like that. A hip actuator.
Yeah, that's when I lost initiative one too many times.
Yep. But that's battle, as they say, if you play Celasta. That's battle. All right, I think this round is going to be very interesting.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think this is going to get pretty nasty.
Gonna get messy, I know.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get very messy. I haven't even looked at the hit numbers yet. I just know it's gonna be messy.
Mm-hmm. Fuck. I mean, meld.
No, it's okay. Yeah. I don't mind profanity on my stream. I just don't want it to be excessive.
Not excessive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although also Mare could be very easily, in character or whatever. All right, yeah. Centurion. Wow! Holy shit! Everything.
Back arc too.
Yep. Oh my god, that okay. I retract my earlier statement about this getting messy. Marauder, light damage.
Messy, all right.
Yeah, missy is what it got.
Not the way you were thinking.
Yep. Centurion is already at light damage. Yep. Nothing. Trebuchet is also at light damage. And I believe you shot at the Hunchback? Or did you focus on all your... I'm not seeing...
2 shots of the Hunchback, AC 10 and medium laser for
the Centurion? Okay, yep.
Yeah.
However, they missed, so...
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I got all my damage tallies.
Yep.
Okay. The Hunchback whiffed on everything too, except for 1 medium laser.
Yep.
But, I mean, if I remember right, I think it was like 9 or 10.
Yeah, you needed 11s to hit. Yeah. And that Treb is hot. The Trebuchet is hot.
However, just 1 below the shutdown.
Yep. That it is. Somebody is playing that heat threshold really close.
Look at the rolls, because the pilot is still on the field, but look at the rolls between them. They tied, what, 1, 2, 3
Yep,
times.
3 times. I'm expecting...
I think the Hunchback moves last this time.
Yeah, I think so. I'm expecting the Dragonborn to make quick resolution of the opposition. Or whichever team it is they're facing this week. Opposition, I was right. While I'm waiting.
Oh, the sponsorships. How do we record those?
There is a tab in the spreadsheet that I sent you that will have that covers that.
I'm looking at.
Let me see. Let me actually pull up yours real quick. So yeah, in yours under active sponsorship, you'd put in the +1 training roles that started at the beginning of the season, so therefore it'll end at the beginning of the next season. And then you have a block there for whatever notes you might want to take in regard to that. And then where it says accumulated marketing sponsorship bonuses, leave that at 0 because you don't have any. Because you'll get that if you choose marketing as one of your midweek events. And based on what your role is, you may or may not get bonuses for that.
And I don't need anything under additional notes.
That block is there specifically for you to put in anything that you might want to put in. Like if you needed extra notes in there for whatever reason.
Okay.
Mm.
And what's the accumulated marketing sponsorship bonuses?
If you
Is it
select,
in there?
it stays 0. If you select marketing as one of your midweek events, one of the possible outcomes is a bonus to looking for sponsors, and that's when you would
Oh,
record that.
okay. Cool.
Exciting match nonetheless. I commend my opponent.
Well, don't get too commend happy.
Well,
I'm being facetious. Don't listen to
it's gonna be a whole thing.
me. Oh, you're gonna be one of you're gonna be one of those French Canadians where you keep apologizing, but in French.
Oui, oui. I never asked if you guys were in Canada or the United States.
I'm in the U.S. The other two I'll let speak for themselves, but I have a well, I know where they live. I don't. No, that sounded wrong. I know the areas in which they live. I apologize.
I mean, I've got eyes on them right now.
Yeah. Listen.
I'm in Ohio.
Oh,
I'm in
you.
Chicago.
Yeah, you guys aren't that far from each other.
Yeah. Columbus, Ohio.
Very good positioning on the Shadowhawk, by the way.
I actually wasn't sure if I was going to be able to hit you from there because I'm on a level 1. You're on a -1. I wasn't sure if it being the next hex over, if it was going to let me target you, but I didn't like any other of the other.
It does. Yeah, you can definitely shoot
That-
them. You just can't kick them in the head.
Adjacent fences always have LOS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Regardless of height difference.
I think the only way that might change is if you use like diagramming line of sight.
Well,
But
yeah.
even then, it's like it's still you. It's almost like if there's that much height difference, it's literally just looking over the edge of the cliff, and you can see your opponent, or in some cases, looking straight up. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see, Shadowhawk.
Oh boy.
Loses all its armor in its left leg, so that means the Shadowhawk is still only light damage. Centurion.
And my Centurion's at structure now.
Yep, that's moderate damage.
Mm-hmm.
The Trebuchet is still light damage. Centurion. Oh, right torso rear losing some internal. Not right torso. You know what I mean. The right torso internal is losing, but that's it. That's it.
And the Centurion stayed up.
Yes, he did. He rolled a
Yeah.
freaking boxcars. That only counts for experience for technicians, by the way. It does nothing for your pilots.
No.
No, pilots get XP from being in the match, winning a match, and getting kills. Technicians only get it from the basic doing the job, and then snake eyes or boxcars on the individual rolls.
Marauder going last again.
Yeah, that's really working out in your favor, I think, especially with the fact that your Marauder's all the way in the back. I mean, that's my opinion. If I was playing that Marauder, I'd be happy he's moving last all the time. Because he could just stay back there and be direct fire support on whichever opposing team, or whichever opposing target needs it. Oh, I need my calculator open too.
Here comes the
Excuse me.
pilot of the Stinger ready to put a C4.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's
that would be hilarious. I should check armed pilots.
Very Death Legion tactics there.
I've done that before and had that happen to me in various matches in my lifetime where a downed pilot gets that one bullet critical headshot that just manages to kill something and kill the mech. And I'm just like, what? This motherfucker went out there with a 9mm pistol and killed my mech with a single round. You're bullshitting me, right?
That was
All right.
It does. It does. It's right up there with taking a Gauss round to the head in the first round of combat, the first mission of the campaign. And it happens to be your commander, the commander of the entire mercenary force. I've had that happen too. Thank you, RNGesus. Suddenly the Exo gets a promotion. It's like, well, shit.
I'm signal flaring on the Centurion.
Okay, go ahead and eject him. We'll leave him as is. And who was the last one to kill or to shoot at the Centurion? Was it the Hunchback?
It was the Hunchback.
All right, Hunchback gets a kill credit on the Centurion.
Mm-hmm.
Centurion gets, or excuse me, Hernandez gets experience point, and the Centurion has been defeated. You do have the option, if you want to, just concede the match at this point, because you are already at a significant disadvantage. This is not something I've written in the rules. However, if you feel fortunate enough, go ahead and continue the fight. But the option to concede is always there.
I'm looking at the armor on the trebuchet, and it's all armor right now. It's light damage, and I still have 8 heat. If I was to offload my 3 medium lasers at the Shadowhawk, and I can't even guarantee that I can hit it because of the movement. Yeah, I'm gonna eject. I'm sorry to say this is gonna be a match lost.
Okay, instead of doing all of that, I need if you type /defeat, and then once that command goes in foe, I'll need you to type /victory. That will end the match. And then
the other way around.
Okay, yeah, I've fucked that up before myself.
No, I got a prompt /victory too.
Yeah, you'll still have to type it regardless. I think ultimately whoever types first, the other one has to type the opposite. Period.
Yeah.
And then
To acknowledge it.
declares team victory. This must be acknowledged by all opponents. Okay, so now I just need Luke to type in /defeat one more time, and then just at this.
Defeat.
Yep, and then at this point, just keep clicking done until we get to the end screen, where it lists all the mechs. But I've got what I need here.
Destroyed by ejection.
All right, let me pull up my rules here as you guys work your way through. Actually, no, let me wait until we get through the all of that. And there we have Team 2.
Victory.
Yep.
Round 6. I actually lasted a little bit longer than I thought I would.
We had during the playtest, we had a couple of games that went all 10 rounds. It actually confused me one time because I was like, "What do you mean the only way to win is to not play at all? What the fuck is this bullshit?" Foe, click done for me, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's go ahead and tally all this up. I need the rules open, and I need them on the values for what you call it. That is repair costs. Here we go. Post match. All right, victory and victory points. So starting with the winner, Foe, you earned 3 victory points for winning. You also receive 2 points for defeating a medium mech, and then 1 point for defeating the light. That gives you a total of 6 victory points of your own accord, and that's what will be entered in my point standings tracker. Go ahead and let's tally up your fan rolls here. So you get 1+1 for winning. You did not do anything else in there, I believe. Yep, because he ejected all his. So now I just need you to roll 2d6 plus 1 for me, please. Well, just roll 2d6 and I'll add 1. For a total of 6. 6 for fan results is no change. So you will have 2 fans total.
The connoisseur matches,
Yeah.
Precision shots, but there were no explosions.
Yep. Exactly. Okay, now to excuse me. Now to Luke, who receives nope, back up a little bit. You get 1 victory point for losing. You didn't destroy any mechs, so you don't get an additional victory point, so you have a total of 1. 1 gets added to your points. Your fan roll mod is going to be a -1 for losing. But you don't have any other modifiers to add in. So go ahead and 2d6 roll for me, please. A 3, which takes it down to a 2, which actually removes all of your fan minus 3. Okay, let me slow down. You have a total of minus 1. You rolled a 3 minus 1 equals 2. That actually means you lose 3 fans, but because you cannot have fewer than 1 fan, you will always have 1 die-hard, truly dedicated, hardcore fan. That is not going to be good for you in that regard. So, determining your income from this match, 6 plus 1 is 7 times 1.5 rounds up to 11. 11 divided by 3 is 3.666 whatever times 2 is 7, rounds up to 4. That means Fohammer gets 4 of that. Hold on, that doesn't sound right. Hold on. I went a little too fast. I think I screwed up a step. So let me try that again. 6 VP plus 1 VP is 7 times 1.5 is 11. 11 divided by 3 is 3.6 times 2, 7. That's where I fucked up. Okay, so that's actually 8 times 2 is 16 wealth. And for 11 minus 8 is 3 times 3, or excuse me, 3 times 1 is 3. And that gives you a new wealth of 6 for the Canopians and a new wealth of 19 for the Golden Suns. And I will calculate your repair costs. Actually, let me do that now. So you'll have 3 right off the bat for weekly maintenance. I'm doing the Golden Suns repair costs first. You have light damage on a heavy, which is 1. You have light damage on a medium, which is another 1. You have a total repair bill of 5 wealth for the Golden Suns. For the Honeybees, you have 3 for maintenance. You have 1 mech. Excuse me. Let's try that again. 1 medium at light. You have 1 medium at light, so that's 1. 1 medium at moderate, that is 3. And 1 light that is crippled, which is a 4. And that takes it up to 4, 7, 11 total, which you can't repair everything right off the bat. You'll need to earn more money to repair, so we'll have to talk offline during the week to figure out how you want to handle your repair costs.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. For Fohammer and Luke, if you guys are at a point where you need to get off because it's getting late for you guys, your match is complete, so you can do that at your leisure.
I can stick around for a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome. Yeah, you're more than welcome to stick around either way. Our next contestant, if everybody could click done for me, please.
I believe I did.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Actually, it was actually Darius at this point. There we go.
Okay.
All right, my fans. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to drop off because it's getting late here. I gotta work tomorrow.
All right. Well, great win by the way, Fohammer.
Yes. It was a good first match.
The composition was weak.
No, I don't agree with that. I mean, it's going into like the first season. I mean, you weren't there for the first season, but I played it like really like conservatively too. Like, I didn't want to and actually, I think as a loss, this is probably like the best like position you could be in because I mean, none of your mechs are totally destroyed. I think only the Stinger has critical damage.
Yeah, it was crippled because it lost its leg.
Stinger. I'll be honest about that.
If you were gonna lose any mech, that's the mech to lose.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, none of your pilots. I think only one of your pilots got hurt in the fall. It was the Stinger pilot, I think, in the fall.
For one damage. Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, this.
Oh, I forgot about the healthcare.
It's not a significant loss, and I think this definitely gives you more insight into some of the mechs and tactics that this team has. So if you face them again, that certainly has its own weight in knowledge there. But no, he
Yeah.
goes to the match. It's just
Yeah, the
somehow
problem.
dice roll.
Yeah,
The
and
problem is
sometimes you're
that
lucky.
the problem is that he did not make it a Pyrrhic victory for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry.
Like Fohammer did not have much in the way of repairs to be done.
Yeah.
No, and I tried to do my best to drain a little bit of that income, but unfortunately, I just wasn't able to chip away at the armor. The Shadowhawk was much too fast for the Trebuchet to do anything, and the
Yep.
Yeah.
Centurion got taken out by the Hunchback pretty early.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
started racking up
Yeah.
some damages pretty fast. And
Yeah.
that's the one thing about that
So
4P hunchback is that if you look, I think it actually has the potential for more damage than the
Marauder.
4G hunchback because I think it's got like 7 or 8 lasers total, which is 40 points of damage, versus the 4G, which has the AC 20. That's a big chunk, but it only has I think 2 other lasers. I might be slightly mistaken in there, but I think the damage output potential is higher in the 4P.
So
than
what is the minimum distance on a AC-20?
There is no minimum distance.
Okay, so it's a point blank shot. Okay, because
Yeah.
the AC-5, the AC-10, sorry, has a minimum distance of like 3.
The 10 and 20 don't. The AC5 has 2, and the AC2 has 3. Somebody can double
Okay.
check those numbers, but I think I'm pretty on.
I just fired an AC-10, and I
Yeah.
know there's like a 3.
That doesn't sound right. 10s don't have
Which
minimum.
version of the Hunchback was it?
He was going against the 4P, which has all the lasers.
it's a laser.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The swayback, I believe, as
Yeah.
they call it.
And that's the thing about that one, no minimum distance whatsoever, and
Yeah.
just lots of lasers. Just
Yep.
tons of options to just do damage.
Yep.
So,
Alright.
I think the advantage of the AC-20 is that it's 20 damage to one singular part. It's not a bunch of lasers potentially hitting everything,
Yeah.
spreading out the damage.
But yeah, just last thought before I drop off was that it was a tough position to be in. I just happened to get lucky with starting off on the northern end and kind of positioned my mech so that they were on that height advantage, and then I basically just parked the Marauder where it was high enough you could see your mechs, and just sent my 2 other mechs around to try to flank. If the Sleeper hadn't gone down so early, that could have been a good harasser unit to get in like the rear arcs of like the Hunchback or the Shadowhawk, because the Hunchback I think has decent armor, but that Shadowhawk actually sacrifices armor
Yeah.
to have more damage output. So I mean it almost lost its leg there in one of those salvos, I think from the Centurion. So
Yeah.
it can go down pretty quick.
Ooh,
But
-1.
Alright,
yeah,
so
it was a good match. So I'm gonna head out.
Thank you. And I will be back next week for this. I'll be on mute for a bit, smoke break.
Sure.
But I'll be watching the stream.
Awesome. I appreciate that, Foe. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping in. For the rest of us that will be continuing on, if you haven't noticed, I'm doing the Ramoran Opposition sponsorship role. Ultimately ends up they receive medical costs reduced by 1 level each week. Med costs reduced by 1 level. So basically, a pilot that takes 4 hits will have to pay the medical costs of a pilot having taken 3 hits instead. That can be something of a game changer, because I believe that also, I should have clarified in the rules, and I just realized that maybe I didn't. But I wonder if the sponsorship also affects recovery time. Nonetheless, let me pull out my Olaf voice. Welcome back, my friends, sports fans, mech fans, combat sports mech fans. I am still here in the Triple Press, and I have joined with me now Sir Darius Matamuri. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Good evening.
For those that may not have caught it, Darius unfortunately was stuck in a little bit of traffic on his way over to the Triple Press. Darius is representing the Luthien Dragonborn. They are a Draconis Combine military-oriented team, if I'm not mistaken. Please,
That's
Mr.
correct.
Matamuri, take it away.
These pilots mostly hail from the Ryukin knee.
famed Ryukin. Sorry, go ahead. Alright, well, we've got everything set up, and it looks like the opposition is already starting to take the field, which means, of course, the Dragonborn will be on the field shortly. Let's go ahead and switch off of into the out of character phase. Go ahead and roll. Let me double check, make sure the map is set right. Okay. Go ahead and roll. You're the home team. Excuse me. The Dragonborn are the home team, so go ahead and roll 2d6. And actually, no, I take that back. You don't need to roll anything. You just choose whichever side of the map you want, since you're the only player on the home team.
Okay.
Oh, what's his face disconnected? Well, hopefully he'll make it back. Are you having any connectivity issues by chance?
Me?
Yes.
Not really.
Okay. I only asked that because I don't know if Luke meant to do this or what, but he just disconnected. We'll carry on. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Nope, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. My bad.
Okay.
Yep.
I will take the north.
All right, go ahead and take the north. I'll have the opposition take the south. And the bot will be in control. And then whenever you're ready, just go ahead and click done.
At some point, I want to go over the game options with you and
Yeah.
suggest changes.
Yep, I've been wanting to look at those. I just keep getting sidetracked with other projects I've got going on. So it's definitely something I've been keeping in mind, or wanting to keep in mind. That Firestarter, the Firestarter is considered a light mech or is it a medium mech? It's like right at the edge of. It's a light mech, isn't it? Yeah,
I believe so.
It is a light mech. It's at 35, and I believe it's 25 to 40 is a light mech, and 45 up is a medium. Or maybe it's 40 and up.
40 up should be medium.
Yeah, which definitely makes okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready, go ahead and click done.
Okay.
And that is weird that why is the bot not doing the bot things? There it goes.
There we go.
I had to click not done and click done. I don't know why, but and while you guys are doing that, I need to update which logos are on the board or on my stream. I mean, the Honeybees are not playing. The opposition is the away team, and the home team is the Dragonborn. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Now we have the right teams up there. And then done whenever you're ready. If you haven't already. There we go. Maybe it was my screen that needed to figure out what was going on. Holy crap! They all deployed right in one little spot for some reason, and really fast. Really fast. Because I don't even see your guys.
Yeah, I haven't deployed yet.
Yeah, well, the bot was like, I'm just going to put all 3 pieces right here. Fuck you, hurry up. That's basically what the bot was saying. All right. So the opposition is fielding, for those that may or may not have caught it, the opposition is fielding a Warhammer, a Firestarter, and a Phoenix Hawk against the Dragonborn Longbow, Scorpion, and Wasp. That Wasp is the 1K variant. And I know I looked once. I don't remember what the difference is. What is special about the 1K Wasp compared to the other variants that we might see of the Wasp? Let's take a look and see The Wasp carries a medium laser and a machine gun. It has a movement profile of 696.
Yep.
And has single-digit armor everywhere. But that's not to be unexpected for a light mech.
Right.
Especially one as light and nimble as the Wasp is.
Yeah, and I am not going to make the same mistake that somebody else has made.
Uh-huh. I don't want to talk disparagingly. I do feel like there was mistakes made, or at least moves that I would not have made.
Right.
And I do not mean that honestly. I definitely don't feel like I'm a better player than anybody else. I know what I'm capable of, and I know how I play, which tends to be kind of aggressive. And there's been many a time that that's worked against me, many a times. But also there's times when I do play conservatively when I should be aggressive. But I think that match was entertaining at the very least. It was interesting to see that Marauder keep getting the best initiative rolls and go last every time. And I think honestly, I think Fohammer leaving it in that one spot with that long range firepower, just leaving it there. Speaking of firepower, the Scorpion has a unique feature of having 4 legs and no arms, and has some pretty decent firepower at short to moderate range. And by that I mean more in the 4 to 6 hex range. Also being in general a nuisance at long range. The best way to take out a Scorpion? Get in close. Because it will crunch. It will snap itself in half. No, it won't. I'm just making shit up. And I'm talking because there's dead air. Close that. Let's see what we got. It's very tricky. Okay. Ramoran opposition has made its selections for combat. It has completed its firing phase. Just waiting to see what the Dragonborn have to bring to the table to counter. I'm guessing with the longbow, it's going to be a whole fuck ton of missiles. Because, I mean, longbows are going to longbow.
Yep.
That Scorpion's in a pretty good firing position as well. Interesting.
I am interested to see what the Wasp is going to bring into this particular match.
It is bringing a medium laser and some machine guns, and it has a pretty good movement profile over some rather open terrain. I think the backstabby option is definitely going to be in play once the bot decides to finally get out of the corner. Let's see. Speaking of, everything has missed. Nothing has hit. We didn't even start accidental fires. We'll move on now. Welcome back, Luke. I hope you had a good break.
I did. I thought about our match a lot.
Yeah. I don't know if you caught or noticed. I did say a thing or two. Obviously, I was not trying to be disparaging or rude or anything of that nature.
No, it's absolutely fine.
Because that's not called for.
I don't have the experience that other pilots or managers have.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a time or two. I think the biggest one that stands out, and again, not necessarily a critique, more of a what I would have done, which necessarily might not have been the right move either. But that moment when that Shadowhawk was kind of on its own, and you had the Treb and the Centurion fairly close, I would have ripped that fucker apart, or at least tried to, because RNG just trumps everything.
Absolutely.
But I think, and this is one thing. This is one reason why I'm not a big fan of Trebuchet 5Ns, because it's the LRM 3 medium lasers. I actually prefer the 5S. Because if you're going to use a trebuchet for a close-in fight, you want the short-range missiles instead of the long-range. That's a purely a matter of opinion, because the flip side of that is of course that you can use the two LRM, what was it, 15s on the Treb 5 end, and just have it be a long-range fire support mech.
I had a few compositional disadvantages, but I
Yeah.
do admit that I made a mistake with the Centurion trying to stave off
The Hunchback.
Hunchback.
Yeah, I think that was, and that was when you had said something, in fact, about being afraid of showing your back to the Marauder, and I think
Yes.
what you could have done was gone to the left side of the Shadowhawk, basically put the Shadowhawk between you and the Marauder and the Hunchback to a certain degree, and just pummeled that fucker.
Had initiative on me, however, but I did see that as a move. Yes.
Again, hindsight. This is what I would have done. Doesn't mean it was the right answer or the most optimal. It's just what I would have done.
Absolutely.
There's definitely been times where I've made moves that I thought was the best idea, and then come to find out, nope, not even close.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to look through the finances in the coming week to figure out what it is that my plan is going to be.
Yeah.
But I did get a little bit of income, so that's good.
Yep. Now, if you want to learn from someone playing Megamech, I've mentioned this before, and Darius did not like the fact that I called him out, supposedly, allegedly. But Darius can show you a thing or two in Megamech.
I'm watching.
He is. He can fucking be devious, to be honest with you. Don't let him lie to you. Also, to quote Anakin, my powers have grown since we last met, Darius. Not by much, to be totally fair. I've won a time or two. Oh, that Scorpion.
It's a lot of fire.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that resolves out. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, let's see what happens. Nothing. Scorpion takes some light damage. So let me mark that on my little sheet. I literally have a pieces of paper in front of me, by the way, just so you know. Warhammer takes light damage as well, mostly from that 20 pack and some PPC fire. And that is it. That was almost anticlimactic. I was really expecting more. Oh, you only fired 120 pack at the Warhammer. Oh no, you fired two. You didn't fire the what is it? 2 5s, 2 LRM 5s that it has.
That's correct.
Heat management or tactical decision?
Heat management.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Because I think the only other weapon systems the longbow has is 2 mediums, or maybe they were shorts. I don't remember.
I pulled out one of the Warhammer's Edge.
Oh, you did? Did you? I missed that. Oh yeah, you hit 5 points to the head, or 1 point to the head, but it got re-rolled to the leg. That's always good to watch that edge slowly drain away. It's almost like watching the life leave the. No, that was grim. That was a little too grim. Phoenix Hawk is at 9 heat, and the Warhammer is at 6, and Scorpion is at 8, which means you fired the PPC and the SRMs, which I was not paying that much attention to.
Yeah, I thought the SRMs would hit.
It would have been nice, because they don't necessarily hit hard. Yeah. Cool thing about SRMs is they don't necessarily have to hit hard, they just go looking for the soft spots.
Yep.
All right, moving into round 3. I think after this match, we're going to take a brief production break, and then we'll continue with the 2 remaining matches. The Merrick Industrialists taking on the Science Spirits, and the Debutantes hosting the Torian Nationals. That will be coming up after this match, after the break. I'm really getting, man, I'm getting to that point where I'm like, all right, it's time to start seeing some shit blow up. Let's go. I want to see some booms. Give me some booms. Come on, Darius. Don't let me down. I need some booms, man. Also, I'm channeling, all your fans and the other fans saying the same thing. They all want to see some shit blow up now.
And there we go.
Ooh, I know a fire starter that's about to eat some SRMs.
Yup.
The bad place for SRMs to go too.
Yeah, especially on a fire starter, because or maybe it was the Wasp I was talking about, but the fire starter also does not have a lot of armor. Single digits on the rear. The front has 11 and 13 for the sides and center, but the limbs also have single digit. So that can be bad. Now it's fully armored at the moment. Hasn't taken any hits yet, but I think we're gonna see some big booms here. I think that Phoenix Hawk was running pretty warm, so I don't think it's going to be able to do a lot this round, although the bot does have a tendency to go very hot. That Warhammer, I think, was heat 0-ish, so that's going to be a problem. He's also in a pretty decent... Was he at 6?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that just shows you how much I'm relying on memory when I shouldn't be. That Warhammer is sitting in some light woods with, at least from the Wasp angle, which obviously the Wasp can't range it, but that Warhammer might have a little bit of partial cover because of the elevation change there. So that's going to be a problem for it. Or anybody shooting at it, I should say. I'm not going to say what I see, only because Darius can't see it, but indeed. Although, I'm pretty sure Darius is cagey enough to know what we see. Because I think he did that as a intentional sacrifice to confuse the enemy while he advances with his main force. Or, something like that. I mean, totally a side note, I can't wait to beat Darius on stream. That's going to be hilarious. And yes, I'm talking shit right now. Yeah, me too. And I'm definitely talking shit right now. I think week 2 features the Industrialists hosting the Dragonborn. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, Scorpion taking moderate damage, losing internal structure. Alright, what else happens here? Oh, Scorpion up to heavy damage because it lost its PPC.
Yep.
That is not, as some like to say, that is no bueno. And you got the PXH-1 with machine guns, so that was fortunate that it didn't do a whole lot there. They're only chipped at your center torso. Firestarter, now at light damage. Takes 4 of 6 missiles directly to the back and an arm. And the Phoenix Hawk, also at light damage, as it eats a handful of long-range missiles. And other than that, all mechs are standing. Well, at least with the PPC loss, you don't have as much to worry about when it comes to heat management on that Scorpion.
This is true.
Oh, but you are... Now, here's my question. No, because you need, what is it, Melee Master to be able to do 2 melee attacks, and both attacks have to be on the same target, right? Because that would be funny as hell if you could do one leg to one target and another leg to the other target. Oh, look at that. The Firestarter taking moderate damage now. Because he's starting to chip away at its internal structure. But that is it. All mechs are still standing. 1 armor left on that front left leg.
I went into the internal structure on the Firestarter.
Yes, you did. I have it marked down that the Firestarter is now at moderate damage.
Okay.
We got some high heat on the opposition team. The Phoenix Hawk and the Warhammer both are at 7 heat. That will reduce their movement range.
Not the Phoenix Hawk. It'll jump.
It can jump, but that will just add more to its heat, which will make it combat ineffective for the firing phase. In theory, anyway. The bot does some really weird shit when it comes to heat management. It's definitely been... There's been a number of times watching the bot, and I'm just like, wow, that is a lot of heat that I wouldn't even bother trying to go for on a kill.
Right.
It's just like, I need to kill this mech, and I need to kill it now, therefore I'm firing everything. I'll take the 12 heat for the round. The mech is like, 12 heat, bitch, please. I'll do that every round. Alright, what is this, round 5? Or 6? Oh shit, round 4.
Round 4.
Jesus. Got ahead of myself by a lot. Did get some booms though. Yeah. Oh yeah, what is it? 15 seconds a round or something like that, I believe is the the timeline or something.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So we just cross over to 41 seconds of combat. Well, we did get a boom. We lost a PPC. We got moderate damage on the Firestarter. I want to see explosions. I want to see mechs dying. Can somebody accommodate Old Man Olaf? Even though I was not saying any of that in accent or character for that matter. Oh shit, here comes the wasp. Bzz, bzz.
Closing in fast.
Oh, ooh, that Phoenix Hawk. That's...
Mon Dieu.
Oh, wow, the Firestarter too. Oh, wow. They were like, ooh, that was like a shark smelling blood in the water the way those two dipped over there. Holy shit.
And then the Warhammer refaced.
Yeah. Ostensibly it looks like towards the Scorpion, but also backed up a bit to protect it from the longbow, I believe. I think that's going to affect longbow's odds of hitting. I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
I mean, you do need line of sight for long-range missiles.
You do, until the Game Master turns LRMs to always able to fire indirectly, but I haven't done that.
Yeah, but you do need the
You still
line
need
of sight from someone.
I think you still need the line of sight to the hex. Or something silly like that. I don't know.
I think someone has to point to it and the LRM boat can fire, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. What's curious here is what I'm seeing on my screen that I'm not going to say, but I'm sure Darius can already figure it out. Especially if he's watching the stream. Darius is over there stream sniping the bot. That's why Darius is taking so long. That I figured it out. He's cheating. He's using the live broadcast to figure out what to do with his mechs.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about it as actually being a thing until I know it's a thing, but one of you guys actually using that against me. I'm like,
I didn't actually know that you could see the arrows until I turned on the stream a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, it's only because I'm in observer mode. When in the next match when it's my turn, you won't see any of the arrows on the stream because it'll be my match.
Yeah.
Right. And that's only because we have the firing phase simultaneous. If it was regular, then you would see it. But also, I don't really pay too much attention to the arrows unless I'm curious. Holy crap! All these guys are shooting at me. What are they shooting? And then you look and you're like, oh, they need 10s and 11s to hit. Of course, every one of them will roll 12 because I looked.
Yeah. That's how the RNG works.
Yep. Indeed. Oh, man. All right, let's see what happens. The Phoenix Hawk missed with every shot on the Scorpion, and I'm really concerned. It only used the 2 medium lasers, which are 3 heat, so that's 6 heat plus whatever it jumped on top of the 7 heat it started with. So the Phoenix Hawk is definitely going to be hot. The Warhammer fired basically everything on the Scorpion and took it all the way up to critical hit levels, so that's heavy damage on the Scorpion. We already had that though because of the cripples on the PPC hits. One leg is no, critical hit on the front left leg, no effect. Critical hit on the front right leg, lower leg actuator. I thought I saw something about a leg being ripped off, but I must be wrong. You did take a head hit on the Scorpion, but it was re-rolled to the left torso with edge.
Yep.
And then every one of your team's shots missed, it looks like.
That is poor luck.
Yeah, but he was shooting on 11s for the most part, it looks like.
Yeah.
And an 8, so that was just bad luck, really. Yeah. Wow, okay. Moving on to round 5, crossing over 50 seconds into the match. Oh, nope, I take that back. We're still in the physical phase. This is where things can get truly interesting. You do have height advantage. So I know 2 mechs that are likely to take head kicks right to the face and maybe get a pilot kill. Maybe. Nope. Scorpion missed.
No.
Oh, and the Wasp couldn't kick because he was turned the wrong way. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they were also a level below me.
Yeah. Which is the best time to kick him. Yep, the Phoenix Hawk is at 9 heat along with the Firestarter. And the Warhammer, which fired a whole bunch of shit at you, is only at 2 heat. Gains 13 heat, sinks 18. It is now at 2 heat. Wow. He must have started off with some really high heat. No, I don't remember what it was before now. We've got quite the doozy of a match going on here. We got mechs slugging away at each other, but not anything really solid is really happening, except for the fact that the Scorpion lost a PPC. And
It should change this round, I believe.
Yeah.
Entanglements there.
Yes, you've got 4 mechs very close range, a 5th mech nearby, and the 6th mech is hanging back for those long range indirect fire support. What we're seeing here with that longbow is a mech used the way it was intended to be used. Stand off in the back and just lob missiles. Also, in the MechWarrior Online community, he's a lermer, and people hate lermers. That's because there's no good effective strategy against a lermer except get in under their minimum range and beat the shit out of them.
Which I had a question about because the minimum
Yeah.
range for missiles in this game don't seem to dissipate entire damage.
So what it is you have minimum range for long range missiles
You
is
take
6
a penalty
hexes.
to hit,
Yep.
but you can still do damage.
Oh yeah, you still have the option or the ability to hit, and it doesn't change anything to the damage. Same thing with any weapon system in the game. You just have the minimum range, and if you roll over the penalty, you still hit. There are some rules that allow for variable damage levels based on how many hexes are crossed between the shooting target and the target that's being shot at. But those are, I believe, considered unofficial, and I don't use them because I'm not trying to figure that shit out. Also, if you get close enough for me to smack you in the face with a PPC, I want you to take all 10 or 15 points of damage. I don't want to deal with, half measures, as it were. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a penalty to firing such a large weapon at close range, but it should still do the full damage.
The PPC, I mean, I can see the argument, at least for the PPCs, because, theoretically it takes a sec, not literally takes a second, but it takes a moment and some distance for that charge to build up and get released, and then once it's released, it still has to coalesce or form. But that's strictly my opinion. There are also other optional rules about hot loading LRMs, which takes out that minimum range. The clan LRMs don't have minimum range. Clan ERPPCs don't have minimum range. So there's a variety of weapon system options, both in the rules and the weapon systems themselves, that as technology advances closer and closer to 3050 and beyond, that they start coming into play. We have quite the dust up going here. The Wasp has broken off for some tricky back shots. The Warhammer has backed off as well, and it's put it in a very good position to annihilate that Wasp if it manages to hit some good numbers. The Phoenix Hawk and the Firestarter, on the other hand, are in some good flanking positions for that Scorpion, but they were both running rather hot at the end of last round, so I don't know how effective their firing is going to be, either in volume or accuracy. Now, the funny part... Oh, something just died. I was just going to say this too. The longbow could missile the fuck out of the back end of that Phoenix Hawk if he's not careful. Something has happened. I saw it happen right before the screen switched over to the report, so let's get through the damages and see what happens. The Scorpion has taken a hip critical on the front right leg, which I believe is the one that also took a lower leg actuator, but that thing has so many legs it's easy for me to get confused. Also, the rear left leg has taken a lower leg critical on the Scorpion. The Scorpion is getting fucked up. The Scorpion just took an ammunition explosion and has died. What killed it other than the ammo explosion? I need to scroll back up. Oh, the Warhammer killed the Scorpion. So the Warhammer gets kill credit for a medium mech. SCP-1N. Most likely that Scorpion is not going to be recoverable. 6 engine hits. I'm going to call it defeated, and I'm going to put question mark under whether or not it's destroyed. We'll let the end of match resolve that. Now, the Phoenix Hawk takes a bunch of shots at the Scorpion. The Scorpion shoots at the Warhammer and does some damage. The longbow, this is what I think I saw right before the screen switched. Longbow gets 12 out of 20 missiles in, and automatically the Phoenix Hawk jumps up to heavy damage. Let's see. The second 20 pack misses. The first LR, 9 out of 10 possible. This is what, nope. I thought I saw that thing. I must have been looking at the wrong mech. Okay, never mind. Phoenix Hawk is up to heavy damage, so that's fine. All right, that was explosive. That was the explosion that I wanted to see. Not so much the Scorpion. Just wanted to see a mech die. I didn't really care too much about which one. The fact it's taking the pseudo rival Darius's mech, I'm happy with that though. I'm just talking shit. Don't listen to me. You know what I forgot to see was if there was pilot damage. Let's see. Let me go back up. All right. Scorpion. Let's see. Ammo explosion. Elena Algarori takes 2 hits. Where are you? And then is conscious, ejects, lands, and is safe. Okay, so she only took 2 hits out of that, and that was simply because of the ammo explosion. All right. Just waiting on Darius to read through everything that he wants to read and click done. All right, there we go. And the Firestarter and the Phoenix Hawk and the Warhammer are sitting at 6 and 7 heat. The bot likes to run hot. And I don't know if that was a typing lesson or just an inadvertent rhyme. Also, the pilot, you don't have to worry about anything happening to the pilot after this moment unless the bot decides. Oh, actually, no, those rules don't apply. Your pilot ejected based on ammo explosion. You will have to get your pilot out of range and hope that the bot does not decide to shoot at or otherwise squish your pilot.
Seriously?
Yes. I played a match for a different a different group, and the fucking bot tried to shoot. I think in the same round, one mech shot at a downed pilot, and the other one literally kicked it with a mech, a 70-ton mech, if I remember right. I was like, yo, that's some fucking war crime shit right there, bot boy. I was like, god damn. First you annihilated my mech, and now you want to kick my dude around and shoot at him and all this other shit. Although if the bot does go after your pilot, he will definitely incur some modifiers to the fan roll. Although that's not really much of a deterrent because it's the bot. There's nothing we can do to stop it from doing that. So I may just end up making a determination that once your pilot is out, it's safe. Assuming it's safe from the actual ejection, of course. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Fuck all that. The bot can kill your pilot if it wants. It's not going to have any effects. Your pilot ejected safely and is still alive, so good to go. I wouldn't worry about your pilot. Your pilot is on the ground and safe. That Phoenix Hawk is getting into position to take out the Wasp. That's going to be interesting. Alright, let's see what happens here. Going into round 6 firing phase. Oh dear. I mean, I'm not going to say it, but again, Darius is not stupid. I think he knows what's going on.
Yeah. This is a strong matchup.
It is, and not necessarily going the direction I thought it would, but I still have confidence that Darius can pull this out. I may be talking Darius up a little too much. I don't know, but I've seen him play before, and I know he's good. So boom, 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 boom. All right. Oh dear. Critical hit on the right leg. Critical hit on the left leg. Section destroy. Oh. Why does it not say the wasp is just dead? It's lost both legs. Section destroyed right leg. Section destroyed left leg. That's a dead mech. All right, let me mark this up. He's at least heavy damage because of the criticals. Critical hit on explosive equipment. Edge used for reroll. And again, it rolled explosive equipment and used the second point of edge, and then took out the machine gun. Wow, that's impressive. That's weird that it didn't. All right, I'll get to that. I'll get to that in a second. Longbow, 20 out of 20 on the second 20 pack. Hit the Phoenix Hawk. Nothing major happens there though. Dave Reichstad, the pilot of that 1K Wasp, takes one hit when he falls over because he has no legs. He is Lieutenant Dan. Phoenix Hawk is also down and takes internal damage. And then the pilot, Hun Sevic, takes 1 damage because he got bounced around inside the cockpit.
Yep.
All right. That is... I'm definitely... Oh, who should we award that kill for the Wasp? I think it should go to the one that killed both legs, the Warhammer. So yeah, I'm gonna mark the Warhammer for having a kill on the Wasp. Wasp 1K, another kill. I'm definitely marking the Wasp as defeated and crippled.
Ready?
Yep, I clicked done. Oh, yeah, yep. That's weird that the game is letting the Wasp continue with 0 legs. I don't know.
Yeah, you can kind of like wiggle around.
Because he can still prop itself up on an arm and.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've already marked that mech as being defeated and crippled and all that because of the 2-leg kill. So go ahead and when it's your turn or whatever, go ahead and eject the pilot. The pilot will be safe regardless of what happens from the ejection. And you are down to 1 final mech, so I leave it up to you whether or not you want to concede the match or if you're going to continue fighting. The Phoenix Hawk is in pretty banged up shape. The Firestarter has gotten some hits on it, and the Warhammer's gotten some hits on it, but I don't know. I mean, it's totally up to you on how you want to call that.
I mean, I can still win this just with.
You can. You can. I mean, yeah, it's possible. There's definitely no argument there.
So I'm definitely going to continue.
Okay. Absolutely. It is entirely in your purview if you want. It was more me reminding you that you have that option considering your situation, but you're absolutely right. You could still win this fight. Because if nothing else, they still got to get to closing distance. Or close range at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And they're withdrawing? What are they doing over there? They're not withdrawing.
They're hiding.
Phoenix Hawk shows moderate damage. The Firestarter shows moderate damage according to Megamech. The Warhammer shows undamaged, even though it's taken a couple of hits. So I don't know why it did that. This is round 7. And the Warhammer is already taking shots. What are we looking at here? Come on. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah, it's so flaky.
Yeah. That's wow, okay. I guess that's a call the bot can make.
Yeah, I mean
Hey, stranger shit's happen, right? I don't know if you saw that on my screen or if you were able to see it otherwise. But
I'm watching the stream, yeah.
Yep. All right, 6 missiles out of 45 hit, The PPC
Oh
shot at
my.
the Warhammer misses as well.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, you can pretty much just sit there and wait for him to come at you. Come at me, bro.
Yep.
Oh, somebody did something and killed one of your pilots. It doesn't count, but yeah.
That's some war crime stuff right there.
Rickstad, the Wasp pilot. So when you ejected him to mark your surrendering of that mech or whatever, uh, one of the bot mechs did something and killed that guy.
Oh.
Bastards. They killed Kenny. Actually, his name's Dave, but whatever.
I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, really. I'm sorry, Dave, but I must kill you now. Oh, I seen a GIF or a meme or whatever about that scene from 2000: Space Odyssey. He's trying to get Hal to open up the cargo bay or pod bay doors or whatever. Except instead of talking to Hal, it's talking to Siri, and all the different ways that Siri can misunderstand a human voice. It's like, open the pod bay doors. Now playing the doors on Spotify. I was like, God damn, somebody getting savage with some of this shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, my Samsung assistant. I don't even want to say the name because it's
Well, yeah,
gonna
it's
do something weird.
yeah, it absolutely will.
Yeah, it has no idea what I'm talking about most of the time. It will just wake up and be like, "Yeah, is it my job yet?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm
72,
like, "No, it's not."
72 rolls of toilet paper have currently been added to your checkout or to your cart. We're like, no, I don't need fucking toilet paper. Back off.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm watching Twitch and then for some reason something is said,
Ooh,
and then my like Samsung assistant just turns on.
Damn.
yeah, that was unfortunate. Target numbers were the same and the rolls were the same, but none of it lined up to hit anything. Moving into round 8 now.
Not right.
Well, here comes the
Nine.
fire starter. And the fire starter has dipped under minimum range, so now there's going to be additional penalties to hit it. But he still has to get in there, and if he's not careful, he's going to take an 80-ton foot to the face. Ooh, excuse me. All right, we got some shooting going on. What is the counter? By the way, I think I know what Darius is trying to do. He's trying to win, obviously, but at this point, I think he's trying to make it to the 10-round limit and take not necessarily a draw, but hope that it gets that far. Ooh, we got some good hits on that Warhammer. It looks like. The longbow has finally taken officially damage by now. So we mark the light
Got
damage.
some internal structure going on.
Oh, did we? Yeah, we did. We got some internal structure. That Warhammer got kicked up to moderate damage. LRM-5, 2 missiles hit, and he has to make a piloting roll, but he's still standing. Much like the old TV sitcom. Longbow is getting toasty, but so is that Warhammer. And you have the initiative advantage as well. This is going to be an interesting round.
See, the way that I see it is if the longbow can take out the Warhammer, at least mostly, then the BV points can go towards a win for Darius.
That's a possibility, because that is also another way to catch the victory condition. Well, it's the only victory condition other than the time limit, which of course is to knock it down to below 25% remaining battle value. And I haven't even been paying attention. I haven't even been paying attention to that either. That longbow is so heavy on battle value too.
Yeah, so it might actually get an edge there.
Yep, knock down the Warhammer's BV, which is currently 1,400 out of 1,700 on that mech alone.
Yeah, but that's gonna drop real fast from this point on.
Oh yeah, especially now that he's getting in medium range of the LRMs.
Mm-hmm.
Getting down to the wire here.
Yeah, I think there's only one round left after this.
I believe this is round 8, or did I misremember once more?
9, I think.
We are in round 9, yes. All right, let's see what we got.
No, this is round 10.
Oh, this is round 10. You are correct.
Yeah, so this is the final shot.
Yeah. And in the end, the longbow ends up taking more damage than the rest of the opposing team, which is unfortunate in that regard. We still have a physical phase. The fire starter could take a. I'm really hoping it takes an 80-ton freaking boot to the face, because that would be fucking hilarious to me.
Ow! Fucking cat!
I was gonna say, did you just get bit by your cat?
No, not pig. Frog.
Well, at this point, it's almost the same thing, right?
Murder mittens.
Yep. When they make you say "ow," it doesn't matter what they did; just the fact that they did it.
Yeah, and then they look innocent afterwards.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or it's either innocent or you get the death glares. I'll do it again, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Yes.
Time for a kick.
Yep. Please kick this motherfucker. Oh, you guys are on the same level of terrain, so. I don't
Yeah,
think
but
we're.
height advantage.
Oh my! That fire starter is now at heavy damage if it wasn't already. That is going to at least increase their repair
Right
costs.
leg
Ooh.
section destroyed.
Yep. Oh, that's a cripple. Losing a leg is a crippling blow. Looks like the fire starter pilot takes a hit as well. And that, by my reckoning, is it. Other than the heat phase, which won't matter unless somebody's super hot. No, only 5 heat. And there we go. We have a draw. Officially, we have a draw. So that's 2 victory points apiece. And the difference will come down to kills. We'll start with the Dragonborn. They receive. Let me pull up the rules and just double check this. Need to go back up. Not home. Why did I push that? Scroll up. Scroll up. Match assignments. I went too far. Shit. Triple press. I am absolutely not in the right spot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm scrolling all through my rules.
You were disoriented.
Yeah, I was. I really was for a minute there. Okay, what do we got? Let's see. Winner, loser, draw. Both teams receive 2 victory points, and additional points are earned for defeating or destroying enemy mechs. So, unfortunately, the Dragonborn did not get a kill, so they only receive the 2 victory points. The opposition receives 2 for the draw, and one. Hold on. The Wasp had the ammunition explosion, correct? If I can remember.
No. Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. The Scorpion did. So that might actually be a destroyed, like non-recoverable. Oh, we got our first non-recoverable safe roll. So I'm gonna roll 1d6. On a 6, the Scorpion is magically able to be recovered. And we rolled a 3, so the Scorpion is outright destroyed. The Scorpion is a medium mech. Medium mech completely destroyed is worth 3 victory points. And the light mech, which was crippled, defeated, is 1 point for a total of 6 points for the opposition to the 2 points of the Dragonborn, which means unfortunately the Dragonborn lost this match. And the opposition won. That is unfortunate. I feel like I have met my hero and was disappointed. Darius, I was really hoping you'd win there. I'm going to do some math now. Here's my calculator.
Oh, I didn't expect to win my first match.
I did, and now I'm disappointed. All right, 6 plus 2 is 8 times 1.5 is 12 divided by 3 is, that's not what I want to do. Divided by 3 times 2 is 8 points, goes to the winning 8 goes to the winning team for wealth factoring. 8 from 12 leaves you with 4 for the Dragonborn. Now for adding fans, starting with the opposition. They get a +1 for winning. They also get a +1.
No, they don't.
They won the match
That
officially.
was a draw.
No, officially they won based on victory points. So in determining who wins and loses a match, it's actually really hard to get what is the final accounting of a draw. So Megamech says it's a draw, gives you both 2 points apiece, and then it goes down to which team killed which mechs, and that's how the win loss is factored in. The opposition ended up with 6 victory points total to your 2, which is how the win or loss is determined. Not
How did they get 6?
because they destroyed utterly your medium mech, and then they destroyed or got kill credit or defeated your light mech. The Scorpion being utterly destroyed counts as 3 points because it's a medium destroyed, and the light mech was defeated was 1 mech, plus the 2 that they got from Mega Mech saying it was a draw.
Okay.
So they get the +1 for winning. They get +2 for destroying your mech for a total of +3. So now I'm going to roll 2d6 for them. Add 3 is a 10. Where we are. 10 is +2 fans, starting with 2. That now takes them to 4 times the 6. That's 24 wealth gained, and puts them at 27 wealth by the end of the match. For Darius, for the Dragonborn, -1 for the loss. However, your own mech was utterly destroyed, so it's a +1. Cancel that out. And that is it. So if you could roll a 2d6 for me for your fan roll, there'll be no modifiers on that. A total of 8, which gives you +1 fan. For a total of 5 fans times the 4 wealth modifier, whatever thingy, you get a total of earning 20 wealth. Added to your 3, that puts you at a balance of 23, and I'll figure out your repair costs, because that will give you a general idea of whether or not you want to do those repairs. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so you have 3 maintenance for the week. You have an assault with light damage, that's 2. You have a medium that was utterly destroyed, so you don't have to worry about it. And you have a light that was crippled. And a light crippled is 4. That gives you a total of 5 plus 4 is 9 wealth for repairs. And I'll have to figure out your medical costs separately, because you have 1 pilot with 2 hits and 1 pilot with 1 hit. The Warhammer was moderate, so it's heavy moderate. That's 4 points. Or excuse me, 4 wealth to repair it. The medium heavy damage, also 4. And the light at crippled is also 4. Holy shit. The Ramoran opposition, you racked up their repair bills by a good number here.
Yeah.
15. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. 15 wealth repair cost to put their mechs back on the field next week. That's what they're looking at. So that, and compared to your 9 wealth repair bill, and the fact that you don't have to worry about a Scorpion anymore, that works to your advantage in that regard. All right. And then I got to update experience points, but that only counts for this team because they won. And that will do it. We're going to take a break, my friends. When we come back, we've got 2 more matches remaining, and I will be playing in both of them. The first match will be the American Industrialists taking on the Cyan Spirits, and then the follow-on match after that, the final one for the week, will be the Lyran Debutantes taking on the Torian Nationals, and I will be playing as the home team for that one, which this week is the Debutantes. So stick around. We got 2 more matches coming. And then after that, that'll be it for the night. Stick around.